from that, and indeed the other messages which have now come to light, that informal messaging, in particular WhatsApp, was a frequent part of the way in which the Scottish Government conducted its business in COVID. Were you unaware of the fact that that was the case as First Minister during the course of the pandemic?
The exchanges you refer to, I would have had no knowledge of and had no sight of before seeing them in the course of this inquiry. If you're asking me, Mr Dawson, did I not know that anybody in the Scottish Government was using WhatsApp? Of course that's not the case. WhatsApp had become, in my view, probably too common a means of communication. But I think the exchanges you're talking about would, certainly from what I have seen, would not suggest that government decisions were being taken through WhatsApp. WhatsApp was a means of communication that people were using to exchange information on occasion, sometimes to share views about things, and using language or rather ways of describing things that perhaps wouldn't have been done in different forms of communication. One of the reasons, and if I thought this before COVID and this inquiry, I certainly think it even more strongly now. One of the reasons why I don't believe that WhatsApp, for example, should be used for government communication and decision making is that, you know, when I make a public statement, or when I made public statements as First Minister in this context, I would think very, very carefully about the words I use to try to minimise as far as is ever possible the scope for what I was saying to be misinterpreted. When people send messages on WhatsApp, they don't think, including me, you don't think that deeply about how you're phrasing things, and therefore messages, when they are looked back at later on, can be open to different interpretations because people haven't really thought about the words they're using or the phraseology.